build your house together, not depend on the government to come in and save you. Like he said, go and get a job. If you have single mothers who work 3 and 4 and 5 jobs trying to take care of the kids, so why is it that you have 2 people in the house and both of you guys can't make your ends meet?
One thing I have to say is I've never been on welfare or any type of assistance. Even when I went through a divorce and had to be responsible for my daughter, it was important for me to stand up on my own. And the reason why I want to be a role model for my daughter is because this world is not fair. And if you allow them to think that there's going to be a fair treatment just because you work hard or things of that nature, you have to work even harder as an African American in my how I feel, because you have to prove not only that you're smart enough to have a position in, if you decide to take a job, but also that you're capable enough to be there. So for me, when I think of building young girls and to talk about marriage, we have to understand that, one, you're a helpmate, meaning that a lot of times there is a stereotype that if the government's not going to take care of me, then this man is going to take care of me. It is a responsibility for us as parents to understand, yes, men do need to work. Yes, ladies, we have to work. And we do not need to depend on the government, because what it does, it's a crutch. And what it does is hinders you from being successful. Because if you look at that, that means that if I can't have a father in a household, I mean, what example would my daughter have as far as what is a good man supposed to look like? That's where she first going to see that example, is in the household. And if there's not one there's so many women that I see today that are, they're 50 years old and they still worry about when daddy left, when there wasn't a man in the house. So all that is just, like how we said, it's just a domino effect that does not build us up. It continues to hinder us in our progress.
All very good points. One thing that I think is important, I'm a single parent of a 15-year-old daughter, and I heard somebody say one time that a girl's first impression of love is her father. And I've been thinking about that for years and years and years. And it's important, to Ms. Judge's point, it's important for us as men to follow through with our responsibilities. I think everybody should follow through with their responsibilities, but I think as men, I think the burden of responsibility falls greater upon us, and we should accept that. And you should accept that it's not going to be fair. You should accept that sometimes you will be stepped on, but you still have that responsibility to care for all that is in your charge. A man takes care of all women and all children. What I mean by that is my sister, my mother, my daughter. Because my daughter, as she grows up, she's going to look for a man, or a man is going to find her. And the image of what a true man is, I have the power to put that in her head. And it's not by what I say so much as what I do. So much as when she sees me honoring God, when she sees me express humility before God, when she sees me get up and work, when she sees me sacrifice, not just for her, but for whomever. If there's a child in the street and she observes that, kids watch everything that you do. They may not tell you, okay? They'll tell you when you don't do something that you said you would do, okay? Kids watch everything you do, and so I think it all begins with parents being examples for their children. And men, it is so important for us to be examples for our children, girls and boys, okay? Our girls need to know that the first man they ever loved loves them, and that's us. That's the father, whether we're there or not. There's a boy that's created in that child's life, in that young lady's life or in that young man's life, that the mother needs to feel, and there's a boy that the father needs to feel. Now, I can't be my daughter's mother, but I am her father. And we need to realize that. We need to realize that when we enter into relationships. We need to realize that when we decide to lay down with each other, and whatever consequences come from that, we need to realize that there's a tail, or there's some second and third order effects that come with everything that you do. And so if I'm not a father to my daughter, Maybe she'll seek it somewhere else. Maybe she'll have an issue that someone else has to deal with. But it's my responsibility. And so I think it's just important for us as men to really realize what we do, every step that we make and everything that we do.
Very good. Could you tell us about home ownership? How do you do that? How do you encourage that?
Yes, he asked me to explain what I actually do to prepare my low-income families for home ownership. The first thing that we have to do is, for me, is to find them a livable wage job. I work with a lot of low-income people, and I can tell you that they are hard workers. I have a housing authority I'm a part of a housing authority that serves 1,080 vouchers. We have 1,080 vouchers, Section 8 vouchers. We call them housing choice vouchers now. And out of that 1,080, we have about 5% that have no income at all. That means that they are not working. They don't have income as a result of a wage.